Hi everyone, NETFQ here and welcome to another EVE Online video. Today what we'll be doing is using my Titan here to jump a freighter around the place to pick up some courier packages. But before we get started, what I want to do is just go over the fittings required and what's involved in actually generating a bridge. And to do that, let's just go ahead and open my settings window here, and in the high slot you can see that I've got a module called a jump portal generator. This guy here is what's responsible for allowing you to open a bridge, and it does use fuel. It uses Stront as its fuel, and the duration of the bridge lasts 60 seconds. You can't change that, that's a fixed value, but what you can do is you can change the amount of Stront actually used. So with my skills, I've got that down from a base value of 500 units all the way to 300 units. So every time I open a bridge, it's going to cost me 300 units of Stront. And there is another type of fuel used, and that's your regular jump drive fuel. So if we go ahead and open the fuel bay up of the Titan, you can see here that because this is an MR, it uses helium isotopes. So that's the fuel that's going to be used every time a ship goes through your bridge. So you need Stront to open the bridge, but you also need your normal jump drive fuel to allow a ship to go through that bridge. And there is a formula for how much fuel is actually used. I'll actually link it in the description below. And hopefully it'll pop up on the screen somewhere as well. It's a EVE University wiki page, and there's got a formula there about how much fuel is used based on the mass of the object, the portal consumption mass factor, times the base cost, times the skill mod, times the distance in light years that needs to be traveled. So all of that you plug in and you'll be able to work out exactly how much of the normal isotopes or fuel isotopes that you're going to need based on how many ships and the size of them that you want to portal through. But with that all said and done, it doesn't take that much fuel at all, especially with a small subcap fleet. It uses hardly any fuel at all, which is fantastic. Jumping around a freighter, because the mass of a freighter is larger than a subcap, sure, you do use a little bit more fuel, but again, it's not much at all. Compared to a normal jump freighter, it's equivalent. So if you're jumping within the same region, you're not really going to notice a big hit to your helium isotope usage, or basically your isotope usage. As you can see, the Titans do have quite a huge fuel bay, 600,000, or not 600, sorry, 60,000 M3 of fuel that you can put in, and as you can see, I've got some Stront in there and some helium isotopes. I've got basically over 1.76 million units of isotopes there, so that's plenty for many bridges that I can create. But again, it all is down to how much Stront you have. So at the moment I've got over 2,000 units, so yeah, you can work that out, 300 units a bridge. So yeah, there's quite a few bridges that I can put up before I run out of Stront and I have to reload that. But anyway, without further ado, what I'll do is I'll just quickly undock, and I will just show you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing when it comes to bridging people around. So here I am, I'm undocked. I'll just stop my Titan so I'm not moving. As you can see, I don't have an icon for my portal generator here. It doesn't actually come up as a module that you can click on. How you actually do it is it's just like using a regular jump drive. You actually have to right click on your capacitor down here, or right click on your ship, and you'll see there are two options. There's one where you can jump to. Now this is to jump to a different system. This is when you want your Titan to jump. Right, but what we want to do is we want to actually open a bridge. So if you go down a little bit here, you'll see another section here called Bridge to. Now this is the one that you actually want. This will actually use that jump portal generator to generate a bridge to the system that you select. Now, in the heat of battle, especially if you've got an FC saying, open the bridge, open the bridge, open the bridge. There's been many Titan pilots that have got jump to and bridge to mixed up. And if you're going into a combat situation, the last thing you want to do is jump to a system rather than bridge to a system, because that would really f up your day. And there's been many Titans lost due to them actually jumping to a system rather than bridging to a system. So if you ever fly a Titan, don't get these mixed up. It could really ruin your day. Anyway, now that we've got that sorted out, let's carry on with the video, and I'll show you how I jump a freighter around the place. Right, as you can see, I'm now in my Providence here, which is the Yamaha freighter. And if we open up the cargo hold, we can see that there are 3 expanded cargo hold Tech 2 modules. They will allow me to use the full 1 million M3 worth of cargo capacity that the Providence gives you, which is more than enough for the stuff that I need to move around. So if we open up the info window for the Providence and we go over to the attributes tab, you can see that the mass of the Providence is 900 million kilograms. So you can work out how many isotopes you're going to need in your jump freighter to actually use that. So if we go over and have a look at the contracts and available contracts for myself, you can see there's a whole bunch of courier contracts to deliver stuff within a system called YAP, and between YAP and DP. And as you can see, the sizes of them are around 1 million M3 each. So you definitely need a jump freighter for that. Not a jump freighter, sorry, a normal freighter for that. Now I don't actually have a freighter in that system, so hence why I need to bridge my freighter over there so I can actually do the courier contracts. So in order to do that, let's get started. Now the first thing you're going to need is you are going to need a Sino alt. So this is a third pilot that you're going to need in the system that you're going to jump to. Now, it's not an industry Sino. You're going to have a proper Sino, and that means using a Force Recon ship for that. And as you can see, I'm in a Falcon here, and they are quite expensive ships, so about 300 million each. They're not cheap, so you don't really want to use them. So what I'm going to do is I'm in the fleet with my Titan pilot, and I've just lit the Sino. So if we go back to my Titan, and I'm going to right click on the Titan and go bridge to, and as you can see, my Sino pilot is popped up there. So I'm going to click on that, and that's going to open up a bridge to the YAP system. So then I'm going to switch to my Providence pilot, and I'm going to right click on the Titan, or I should say left click on the Titan and click the bridge button, and boom, there we go. My freighter is now going over to YAP, and boom, it's now landed right next to my Sino alt. So I'm going to dock up now because I need to now get my Titan over there. Again, bridging is a one-way street. So in order to get my freighter back, I'm going to have to bridge my Titan over as well. So what I need to do is I need to wait the 60 seconds for my bridge to go down. And then once I've done that, I'll then be able to jump my Titan over to the same system, so that when my freighter pilot is done doing his deliveries, I can then bridge him back over to DTAC-P. So there we go, my bridge is now down. So I right click and go jump to, and I jump to the same Sino alt that my freighter went to. And boom, there goes my Titan. Right, and what I'll do is I'll dock up the Titan just to make sure he's nice and safe in the Keepstar there. And now what I can do is I can now use my freighter to go and accept those courier contracts and deliver the items between the different stations within YAP. So what I'll do is I'll pause, well I won't pause it, I'll speed up the video here to get all those deliveries done, and then I will be back very shortly. So stay tuned. Right, now that's all done. What I'll do now is I'm going to undock my Titan from the Keepstar, and I'm just going to move my Titan into a position that my freighter can warp to for the bridge back home. So yeah, let me just speed this up because as you know, Titans do move quite slowly. Right, now that I've got my Titan and my freighter next to each other off the Keepstar, and as you can see with my freighter, I do have the just about 1 million M3 worth of cargo that, well, not cargo, the courier contract that needs to go back to DP. And the only thing I need to do now is I need to move my Sino alt that's still in the system. I basically need to move that back to DP, and so I can write a Sino in DP to jump back. So I will now speed up the video, and yeah, we'll get the Sino alt back. And as you can see, there's a bit of bouncing going on because I warped my freighter at 0 to the Titan. So yeah, things are bouncing around a bit, but not too much, so that's fine. But anyway, yeah, I'll speed up the video, and I'll move my Sino alt back, and yeah, we'll bridge everything back home. Right, and as you can see, my Sino alt is now back on the NETFQ Keepstar, so I'll go ahead and light the standard Sino, and I'll go back to my Titan pilot, and I'll say bridge to my Sino alt, and it's going to open the bridge portal, and then I'll jump to my freighter. And there are two ways you can do it. One, you can just left click the Titan and click the jump button, or you can right click the Titan and say jump through to and the system that you're linking, which in this case is NETFQ. So we just click on that, jump through to NETFQ, there you go. As soon as my freighter pilot lands, I'll dock up, and then I will wait for my portal to go down, my bridge to go down on my Titan, and once that's down I'll then jump my Titan back to DTACP as well. And there we go, it's jumping back. And as soon as my Titan lands, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dock up. Boom. And that's the basics of how you can jump other people around. Again, the Amar, or not the Amar, well, yeah, it is the Amar Titan, the avatar. I guess that's with all Titans. They do have a limit of how many light years you can actually jump people around, and obviously jump the Titan around as well, and that's 6 light years. So with a jump freighter, you can have up to 10 light years jump range. And I think with normal carriers and super carriers, I think that's 7 light years. But with Titans, you only get 6 light years. So there is that restriction. But if you're doing it within the same region of space, you shouldn't have an issue. But anyway, so that's all I need. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show you today. So I hope you found this enjoyable and entertaining. And if you have any questions about what I've done in this video, please leave a comment below and let me know. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out a lot, and I would really appreciate it. But anyway, until the next time, fly safe and bye for now.